This week's episode of the award-winning Here For It podcast is brought to you by Entrances. Roland Ray versus Camionce was the best entrance of 2018.
Yeah.
And y'all can argue with me if you want.
Do not argue with me. Don't at me, sis. Don't at me, because...
Mama pumped through in a wheelchair in the best imitation Gucci bags and things that she could find.
Yeah.
And she came to read. She came to read for food stamps, points, dust, all the things. She was reading. And she pulled up with a read to Charlemagne.
Yeah, she need her Kroger fuel points. She's coming to read you for the giant food points. Your local grocer. She's getting all the fuel points.
Mama said 2 basic bitches equal a broken connection.
Uh-oh. She was pissed because she was like, Charlemagne, why are you calling me? She started from the intro phone call. She didn't even know Camionce was going to be at the meeting.
Oh, it's you.
Oh.
I can drag 2 bitches at once. I'm here for it. I always live for Charlemagne Reed, and so the fact that he is hosting this show on MTV is a catfish derivative called Trolls, basically. And again, if you have not seen this, it went extremely viral this past weekend.
How could you have not seen it?
You have to see it. My nigga Roland Ray is me. Is spirit animal me. He rolled up and he chased the girl in the goddamn wheelchair.
Yeah. After she poured the water on him, she was like, yeah, roll up. What is it? What it was?
And he still rolled up, knowing that he does not have the capability to stand up and fight.
Oh, wow. This is disrespectful.
No, that's not. That's just what it is. He don't have the capability to stand up and fight. He can probably fight with his hands.
That's strong.
He can probably fight with his hands. He can fight with his mouth. But if you have not seen this entrance, this is the best entrance of 2018.
Shout out to Roland Ray, because he rolled up. He was like, I can't stand up, but you just threw water on me, and I'm hashtag not here for it.
At all. I am the Superman, TheeSupaman. I am AKA the human dildo, BKA the 6-figure nigga on a 5-figure nigga budget.
My name is Ronald Matters. Follow me on the internet at Ronald Matters, and of course, RonaldMatters.com.
This week's episode is also brought to you by Romper Jack. The season is not over. You can get you a good Romper Jack right now before the season ends and be cute and catch you a bear, get you a piece of trade or a piece of fish or whatever you out here looking for. Prices start at $39.99 and the reviews are better than reading comments on the Shade Room.
Oh, I love that website.
Go to romperjack.com and enter promo code HEREFORIT, HEREFORIT, and you can get 20% off of your purchase right now. The end of the summer is here, and you can get you a romper right now.
First of all, we in the height of the summer, but Romper Jack's material quality is superb. Their fit is spectacular, and if you have any concerns, you can exchange your romper within 10 days. Again, go to romperjack.com and enter promo code HEREFORIT for 20% off right now. What's going on in Icebreaker news?
Get you a man out here. Romper Jack is going to help you get you a man. Get you a date at least.
Hey, Virgo season coming up. It's still warm. Hashtag warm.
Wow.
We don't say warm.
There's an R in there.
Warm.
There's an R in there.
I'm from Tennessee.
Cool.
So I'm going to get me a romper for my birthday, Virgo season.
Okay.
Icebreaker news.
Is the end of Leo season already? Because they still out here roaring.
They're making me sick. I didn't get vaccinated for this.
That sounds like pertussis.
We're going to talk about vaccines later.
This week in our icebreaker, it is one of my favorite subjects, porn.
That was whooping cough, I think.
Pertussis and whooping cough. What was the last porno that sent you to heaven and back?
I like compilation videos. I don't know if this is the right thing to be talking about right after the sponsor, but I like compilation videos like Inside, Outside, 5, 21, 3. Show me everybody. What's everybody doing?
Oh,
hey,
wow.
My name's Karen.
Oh wow. Is that your? That's like your Tumblr name?
It's the copy room. What's going on in the copy room? Oh,
and so you mean like real like people, not porn companies?
What's going on in the executive table? Oh wow, I would like to see everybody. How y'all doing?
So it needs to be like point of view, actual citizens porn.
Look, I poured my cranberry juice in a wine glass.
Okay, that means your glass is classy. That doesn't mean you are.
Sips cranberry. Not sips tea, but
for me, I like a variation of different things. Sometimes I feel like a duck, and sometimes I don't. Recently, I like Cream Pie Kathy. I like that she is an older woman that is very comfortable in her sexuality, and is at an age that she does not give a fuck anymore. She is married.
It's a little bit too late.
Wow. She's married, and her husband is very okay with filming most of the scenes that they do.
And depositing checks.
And yeah.
Her husband is okay with that.
And the men that she typically attracts are dark-skinned, tall men.
And would like to receive checks.
With large penises, and it is a joy to watch. And so if you have not seen a Cream Pie Kathy video yet, check out a Cream Pie Kathy video. It really might bless you.
Shout out to our icebreaker this week.
That is our icebreaker this week.
Hot topics.
The word of the day this week is
shut up.
Top fish.
I love your Instagram story posts. I saw that and I loved it.
So the word of the day being top fish, I want to make sure that I break it down to you because sometimes you may not know. But when I break it down, you're going to know this person when you hear it.
Top fish is not on Webster. It's not on there.
So top fish, it is on Urban Slang Dictionary though.
Okay, Urban Slang Dictionary.
Okay. A bottom that poses as a top but actually turns out to be your sister.
Yeah.
So y'all know these queens out here.
All summer 18. Hey, all summer 18. Hey.
That pretend to be a top, tell you they're a top, tell your friends that they're a top, but as soon as y'all trade numbers, trade jack messages, they're trying to figure out when you gonna come through and stroke with your dick.
So you gonna be am I the, what, can you, what, are you busy or?
Am I busy?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, no. No, they're trying to low-key get some dick, but pretend to be masculine at the same time.
I'm asking you tonight, are you busy after we record?
Yes,
this
very
podcast?
Busy. I am very busy. I am very busy. I am booked, overbooked.
Top fish.
I just can't. No. Can't. So top fish is the word of the day. These are these gentlemen out here that know they're full fucking bottom.
Me.
Pretending to be a top.
My voice off. So can I still pretend to be a top and my voice is off?
You can pretend, but nobody would believe you.
Oh, okay. Punishment. You deserve some punishment.
For what you did to Candy. You should.
Hello, it's me.
Beyonce,
Punished.
I feel like should definitely take the top because, of course.
Hey.
Hot Topics, they released the soundtrack listing for The Lion King. And I love Circle of Life. I have always loved Circle of Life since I was probably a child. And I did not realize that I needed Beyonce singing Circle of Life.
You were born like 63, so how old were you when you were a child? Was Lion King out then?
Still 12.
Okay.
Still 12.
All right.
But Beyonce singing Circle of Life is just something that I just was not expecting to ever witness or have in my life, and now I can't wait for it to happen to me. It's gonna happen to me. It's an event. Beyonce is going to sing Circle of Life.
Yep. And
Circle of Life is one of the most extra ass fucking Disney songs ever. It is so extra.
Ciao.
And when you get a Beyonce on Circle of Life, guaranteed it to be extra extra. And so I didn't realize I needed it in my life, but I need it in my life, and I can't wait.
I'm excited for that. She's gonna be on 2 more songs.
Yeah. On the whole soundtrack.
I am just excited because it's 2018 and Beyonce's already slated to slay 2019. And that's what I would like. Mine. That's what I would like my fave to do.
So when she comes off a tour in October, she don't have nothing to do but go give slayage for Lion King that's coming out in 2019 and be like, you know what? I had 2018.
Yep.
Box offices were broken. Stadium sales broken.
Yeah.
I don't have to do nothing else because next year I'm coming out with a movie that's going to be $1 billion movie as well.
We went to go see the cartoon movie where she died in the first 10 minutes.
Wow, you bringing up old shit.
Okay. All right.
Second, I would like to say congratulations to our podcast buddy, friend, forefather.
Yep.
Kid Fury. He and Lena Waithe have a new comedy series coming to HBO.
Hashtag
and it trended for like almost
hours.
A day and a half.
Hours.
It trended for a while. And I think it's great because I think he's extremely funny. I know Lena Waithe is extremely talented. And whatever they do to bring comedy and LGBT light to HBO, I am absolutely here for it, and I cannot wait to see. I am so glad that my Brista secured the check.
Secure that bag.
Both of my Bristas, Lena Waithe and Kid
What
Fury.
does the Miami girl say? Secure the valise or something? I don't know the word.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm about to say it wrong. Okay.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
We were just watching her videos before we started. The Miami girl, BT Breaks. Secure the valise. I don't know.
Jessie Woo is who.
Jessie Woo. We love you. We love Jessie Woo as well. But I don't know the term she be saying, but
she
I
says
love what she slays them.
She says French and Creole things because she's Haitian, and French and Creole are very predominant.
I love it. So shout out to Kid Fury, who's Jamaican, our sister, and shout out to Lena Waithe.
Absolutely.
HBO series.
I can't wait to see it because I know it's going to be hysterical. If we thought we were entertained by Insecure, I know that we're about to be entertained by this. Next, I would finally love to give a shout out to Ohio natives in the northeastern portion of that state.
You got to name the major city. Is it where Minneapolis is?
No, Minneapolis is in
Wisconsin,
Minnesota.
Oh,
Ohio is a whole other state. So Ohio, you will not find me giving much credit to you because I am from Michigan.
There was a black man walking down the street with his hands in his pocket, and a white woman called and reported a black man is walking down the street with his hands in his pocket. It was January, February. Sis, and the officer was like, I know that it's like January, February, and you have on the short sleeve shirt, but
these Negroes in Northeast Ohio, I'm pretty sure they're Negroes. The story has not reported that they were. Nobody knows who it actually was, but to me, smells like us, feels like us.
All right.
They decided that they were going to protest in a different way to the current Trump administration, and I'm absolutely here for it. They released Betsy DeVos's $40 million yacht upon the waters.
Amen.
They untied it.
Amen.
And let that bitch fly.
Amen.
And again, this is the northeast part of Ohio where there's a high concentration of black people, black voters, people that were like, you know what, I see that girl's yacht. That's cute. I'm going to untie that. Mm-hmm. I'm going to let that just flow amongst the water. Mm-hmm. It allegedly has caused $10,000 of damage to the yacht. This is the 10th yacht of the DeVos family.
Yeah, they have like... Yeah, multiple.
So they're not really hurt by it, but they caught the message.
This one, is like the problem child.
They caught the message, and for that, I really respect those Ohioans that did that. This is the best thing that Ohio has given us since Michael Jackson, and I'm appreciative.
They're from Ohio?
Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson from Indiana. So I guess
he's a child molester, so I don't.
Wow. He's from Indiana, so I guess I can't give Ohio that much.
All
Damn, right. Never mind. Bad Bobby.
Oh, the little white girl who was Catch Me Outside.
Catch Me Outside girl. Yeah. So she's very, very useful for like some old Banji raps.
Some very new. You said very old. She's for the new, very new.
No, I
raps.
said she's very useful for
the
Banji.
very new. Yeah, like
she's very useful.
The Fifi rapper, because the guy who's on Fifi, I don't even use him. I like the Nicki verse, but. Whatever he's doing.
We're still leaving that in
Catch Me Outside.
Catch Me Outside girl. Bad Bobby. She has come out with a new song and a new video that I absolutely love and I did not see coming from her.
Okay.
The Trust Me video, if you have not seen it, you should definitely go over and check it out. It is talking about the dangers of meeting people from the internet and them not being who they say they are and having nefarious plans for you, which all our mamas have been talking about for the last 10 years. Don't meet that man off the internet. You don't know what he gonna do to you. You don't know where he from. You don't know this. You don't know that. And their concerns are rooted in fact. But we know that living in 2018, everybody is not a child molester. Everybody's not trying to rob you. Everybody's not trying to kill you. But it is important to still have a barrier up where you don't become one of these people that was robbed, killed, raped from Jack'd, Grindr, Craigslist. The list goes on.
Badu. Sure,
her too.
Swappy.
But her video directly addresses it, and I just did not see this coming from her. I really didn't feel like she had the bandwidth to do something like this, and she did. And I'm very proud of her. I was like very shocked to see the video because it's so very relevant. It's so important to, you know, how all of us interact with other people online. Like internet dating like 5 years ago was like very taboo, and no one admitted that they did it. But a lot of people date off the internet now in some form or fashion. Either you met them, got their contact information off the internet, or something. You interacted with this person off the internet before you actually met them. But the important part was she was interacting with this really cute boy on the internet, and he turned out to be this old, crusty, rapey looking kind of guy that was like, he had this altar built to her, like with pictures of her, and was like planning something nefarious when they were meeting, and was like,
what nefarious mean? You use some big words. What nefarious?
He was basically trying to be like, let's meet right now. And she was like, of course, because you look like Nick Jonas.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Because she thought that's what he looked like because he was providing these pictures, but that's not what he even really looked like.
Oh.
He looked like
#scale.
Yeah, he looked more like Paul Manafort. Yeah.
The girls have to be educated and able to know what Paul Manafort.
And if you're not, that's cool. You can Google it. God. It's real current right now. And so he looked like Paul Manafort, but he was sending out pictures of Nick Jonas.
Look up Paul Manafort.
Yeah.
Thank us later.
Yeah. The next story I saw was the documentary that came out that finally went blow by blow, minute by minute of the killing of Trayvon Martin by George Zimmerman.
Yeah, by Jay-Z.
And produced by Jay-Z. Jay-Z obviously leaked that he was putting it out on the Everything Is Love album.
Because he said the courts was after him because the courts did not want him to put it out because it was the truth.
Well, he was fighting the courts for a while to put it out.
When it came down to Eric Garner, the only person who was charged with Eric Garner in New York selling loose cigs on the side of the street was the person who recorded the video of Eric Garner recording the video of police taking him. So Eric Garner didn't get what his justice. The police weren't charged with the only. So when it comes to stories like Trayvon Martin and Jay-Z wants to put this out, baby, the court's not excited about this.
No, they weren't at all. But it revealed a lot. Like I said, definitely, you know, if you have not heard about it, seen about it, check it out. It revealed that George Zimmerman was basically the very first Peppermint Patty. Mm-hmm. Permit Patty. He was Peppermint too because he did multiple colors.
Probably needed one.
Yeah. Well, he definitely needed a peppermint, but he looked like a peppermint after the fight because the at the end of the day.
Come on, Rashida.
That's very Real Housewives of Atlanta. That was very
That was very Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
At the end of the day, that baby still belonged to me and Kirk. What? No.
Okay,
anyway, at the end of the day, George Zimmerman methodically hunted this young man down. Methodically knew that he was not going to follow the police's orders. Methodically knew that this was going to be an altercation and knew that he had a weapon if the altercation did not go his way. And that's what this documentary portrays.
Well, he perceived that he thought that.
He thought that if it didn't go his way, he was not able to physically subdue this person, this black young man, that I still got a gun on my side. So at the end of the day, at the end of the day, it's still gonna go my way.
Okay.
So even if I'm not able to whoop this young man's ass, I still got a gun. So it's gonna go my way, and that's what the fuck actually happened historically.
Stand your ground.
And he still went on to be problematic and be in more gunplay issues after the fact, and the man is still walking free on the street. Mm-hmm. Then killed a whole person in cold blood, still out here doing problematic things with guns.
Arguing with his girlfriend or something he was doing. Threatening her with a gun.
Yes. And still out here on the streets free. And we still have conservatives out here saying, what do you mean? Y'all are conflating issues. The issue is that this young person is dead, has been dead. His mama and his daddy have basically had to become activists now. They're not even in their previous career fields anymore.
Secretary.
They're not even in their previous career fields.
His daddy was like a plumber or something. I'm getting it all the way wrong. But his daddy was doing something. His mama was like a secretary. And next thing you know, like, bitch, I'm on stages with Beyonce, Jay-Z, and Hillary Clinton because I have to be an advocate for my son and his death. What the fuck? How did I get here?
Yeah.
Never would have imagined.
Absolutely. Check out the documentary, like I said.
6-part series airing on BET. 5 more parts are coming up.
And Paramount streaming services.
Amen. To Mondays on BET.
Yeah. So again, it's just a quick recap of how we got to where we are in America, where the shit is so common now. Because when it happened, it was like, oh my God, everybody froze in the moment. Because it just wasn't publicized as much as it was at that point. Not that it had never happened before, because we know what the fucking story of Emmett Till is. The story, those things obviously have been happening for hundreds of years, but it was like the very first big moment where social media took the issue to heart. I can remember Malice Green, even when I was young, and that was like something that was really huge that happened on TV because it was happening live on TV, and the American people were actually able to see it live on TV. And this just took it and ran because people were able to, get the full story, talk about their feelings about it on social media, not just talk about it in their neighborhood or in their communities, but talk about it with people across the country, across the world, and have a sense of community outside of their actual community. So again, check it out. It's extremely important. George Zimmerman still ain't shit. I see him. Tell him to catch me outside. The next story, I want to preface with these current calls of, I'm not a racist because I have black friends.
I'm not, especially the I'm not gay because I have gay friends, and because I'm femme, they want to approach me with that. Sis, literally, CIS. I am femme, and I don't want to hear about your SIS stories. Go away from me.
And so we're going to get to that story, the heart of that story, but I want to first say that racism, excuses by association are not excuses.
No.
You do not have an excuse because you have one black friend. You do not have an excuse because you have
one gay
friend or one Latino friend.
No.
You are still racist because of your comments or because of your actions.
And the way that you arrived at that result is very racist.
Or if you even have family, friendships, the real thing.
Just move. Bye.
This is something that Roseanne was trying to hide behind over the past week and a half, and saying, I have black kids in my family, and I would never be racist because I would be afraid of what they would think of me if they saw me saying or doing racist things. You didn't think about them little niggas when you was posting that shit, did you?
Okay.
Because they still little and black in your family, and you still calling somebody an ape.
And you still on this interview on camera, and your age is not dead.
Well, the story at the heart of what I'm saying is reported by, of course, Gay Star News. A gay porn star hits back at criticism of use of the N-word. Again.
How do we get from Roseanne to a gay porn star? All right.
Because he's using his association with black people to say it's okay for him to say the N-word.
What's this person's name?
I'm going to get there.
Speak her name. Say her name.
Wow. The porn star is Brazilian gay porn star Bruno Bernal, Bernal, Bruno. And he recently was caught in a scandal where he was using the N-word and using it quite loosely, quite freely.
Like it's whole.
And he was saying that the critics of him using the N-word should grow a thicker skin and be less sensitive. So again, I brought the story up because colorism is a huge problem already here in the United States, but we forget that it's still a huge problem in the diaspora of Afro-Latino experiences, especially in Dominican Republic and Brazil, where there are so many colorists divides that propagate this
divides, all right.
that propagate this thinking that I can be of a community and still put down that same community at the same time and be other. I'm other. Now all of a sudden I'm just Latino. I'm not black adjacent or nothing. I don't know how I got this fat ass nose. I don't know how I got this fat ass dick, and I don't know how I got this fat ass. But I'm just Brazilian. I'm just Dominican. No. That's not how things work, brother.
I feel really guilty because I'm looking at his stuff. I don't know who he is, but now I can enjoy it. It's like when Antonio Biaggi said that he didn't like Beyonce, and I'm like, I have loved his big ball sack forever, and now I can't enjoy this big ball sack because he went against Beyonce. And like, I've never seen this person before in my life, but I can see how he felt like he was accomplished because he's done a video or two for Falcon Studios.
He's done a few.
And Falcon Studios is a legendary house in the porn scene we are watching
for white kids mostly though.
And I can see how he felt. He perceived he was accomplished because he was signed to. He's done a video or two for Falcon Studios, but you can still be very OnlyFans Connect pal when you go against the black community. And I hope that he. Oh, I don't hope because he's so pretty. I don't know how to feel because you just exposed me to this story.
Yeah, he is pretty, but he's dumb at the same time.
He's really pretty. Though.
So in an Instagram story posted on the 23rd.
Do you see? Like,
I've seen it. I've seen it.
Oh, okay. Just want to show you a picture if you ain't seen it.
On the 23rd, worst thing in my life, barbers that don't fuck shit up, talking with this nigga accent. So he was talking about his experience with a barber, a black barber, and he was excited that the black barber didn't have a black accent and talked to him in, I guess, more of a white manner.
And Tom featuring Jen.
Yeah, and his followers were quick to call him out and use the word, with one saying that that's racist and adding you're a fucking ignorant racist cunt. So that's what his followers said. Oh. So you can imagine what I'm about to say. He then went on to defend his remarks by saying, "My current boyfriend is black." My current boyfriend is black?
No.
So because you like black dick or black ass at this moment means that you're not a racist?
No.
Sister. No. You can like black dick and black ass and want to exploit it at the same time and hate it while you getting it at the same goddamn time. So how did you think that this was going to go? How did you think that this was going to play? How did you think this was going to fly?
Liz would be at the company party like, I can say nigger. My boyfriend's black. No, you're not.
No, taking black dick or fucking black ass does not make you black.
Rebecca be like at the Beyonce concert, I can say niggers in Paris. No, you can't. No, you can't say niggers in Paris.
We're going to get to niggas in Paris in 5 seconds. I promise you.
You can't say that. It's not your thing.
He went on to say, I like black culture and I don't discriminate anyone by their race, but you are fucking ghetto and don't even use properly. These are his words. These are not mine. So he's fucking up the English language.
That Falcon Studios chick is really in his head. I keep telling you.
He's fucking up English language while telling other people about their vocabulary.
English language.
I like black culture and I don't discriminate anyone by their race, but you are fucking ghetto and don't even use properly a normal vocabulary because you think it's cool talk like a black ghetto person that just came out of prison. What you want me to say?
That don't sound like a complete sentence.
That does not sound like full English. And so I understand that Portuguese might be your first language, Spanish might be your second language, and English might be your third. But when you're reading someone about their vocabulary, read in English.
Read from the book.
So again,
that's very American of you to say read in English.
Because he was reading in Google Translate.
Or at least read from the AP guidelines of 2018.
No, I'm reading in Google Translate. Like he wrote it in Portuguese or wrote it in Spanish, and then Google Translate said, girl, that's good. Post that. And you're not reading. You can't read me in my language and your language is fucked up.
All right.
So Mr. Bernal, I'm absolutely not here for it.
I had never seen that person before, and his ass is really fat.
Yeah, he's got some great scenes.
It's really
and that's
nice.
Cute, but his fucking head is empty.
Oh.
So, Mr. Burnell, I'm absolutely not here for it. Thank you, Gay Star News, for covering the story. I know some of his fans are still defending him, saying he's really not racist.
You just stay subscribed to his OnlyFans. Y'all be his core audience, and y'all keep him afloat.
Yeah, because his apology didn't impress me.
Y'all do it. Okay.
His diction does not impress me. And for him to be this old and this dumb does not impress me.
They usually are old and dumb.
The last story that I have is that the Obamas were spotted here in DC at the Beyonce and Jay-Z
FedEx
concert.
Field. Yeah, I use a little windy.
And they were lauded by some of us that are in the Hive because, of course, you're at the Beyonce concert.
Obama's at the Beyonce concert. I'm not recording the footage for me. I'm recording the footage for Beyonce. And if the video says viewed by Beyonce,
I won.
I'm putting it on my LinkedIn.
Won the Super Bowl.
I'm putting it on my LinkedIn.
I'm telling everybody. So they were at the Beyonce and Jay-Z concert.
FedEx Field this Friday.
And they were in box seats because they're rich, they're powerful. Of course they would be in box seats.
The Secret Service will have nothing less. The Secret Service don't even want. You're not going to do that. You're Obama.
So at some point during the concert, Niggas in Paris was played.
Yep.
A lot of us love Niggas in Paris, even though it can be somewhat problematic.
Subtract Kanye West.
Confirmed. But the Obamas got their whole fucking life to it. And it disrupted white media so much. Mm-hmm. They had to press their life alert buttons. Because they had fallen and they could not get up. They could not believe an American president was going to a concert and enjoying himself to the words of Niggas in Paris. Mm-hmm. So again, like I said, I can understand that it is a bit problematic, but it is also real because there's a lot of niggas in Paris.
Hey.
And the sentiment that Jay-Z and Kanye West were going about when they did the song was, they're calling us niggas. We might as well be niggas. I might as well be booked in Paris.
Oprah could not buy a bag from here. Oprah, billionaire, couldn't buy a bag from. Imagine me. Hashtag Kirk Franklin. Imagine me.
Oh, not Kirk Franklin.
Kirk Franklin has a song called Imagine Me.
I know.
Oh, well, just imagine me. If Oprah, they throwing shade to Oprah. And imagine me being in Paris.
So it was the song is a celebration of niggas like making it past things.
Strides, success.
I am in Paris. I am booked. I am in these $1 million cars. I am popping bottles.
Stadiums.
I am making millions of dollars. That's
Tours.
what the song is about. And the Obamas were dancing and celebrating to the song at the concert. White media couldn't take. It hurt. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Lindsay, did you see this?
A tear.
One.
Crept down their melanin deficient face.
Oh wow.
And they just couldn't believe.
I cannot believe this happened to me.
An American president is dancing to niggas in Paris.
Yep.
Meanwhile, we have a whole American criminal as president currently. So take that and run with that.
Don't take that. First of all, Paris is where Blue Ivy was conceived. And Jay-Z says that in one of his songs. Beyonce put out a whole album called 4, Her Lucky Number, which is where her firstborn was conceived. So, give grace, glory, hashtag Genesis to God. And from Hot Topics, first, make sure you guys leave us comments on Apple Podcasts. Search for our name in your app. Click the reviews tab and click write a review. Search here for it, write us a review. We read all the reviews, shady, cute, asking for sexual favors. We read all of them. But this week in social studies, we are going to talk about National Immunization Awareness Month. I was Googling and looking up awareness months and things for the month of August. And first of all, August is really dry, except for the Leos are loud. The lion is always wrong. Leos get on my nerves. Leos get on your nerves, or you like Leos?
I like some Leos.
Oh my God, here we go. Well, Leo's a little bit dry, so for the Leo's allowed, and then at the end of the month, the Virgos are right. We come back and fix everything.
Okay.
But in social studies, August is also National Immunization Awareness Month. So, Eddie Superman, can you name some, like popular immunizations that people get in their lifetime? MMR, I know we get
MMR, rubella, mumps,
measles,
flu,
yeah,
Gardasil.
Oh,
Y'all really need to be on Gardasil.
Okay,
no shade.
HPV.
Yeah,
the polio vaccine.
Well, I mean that's so common right now. Like you can't even go to public schools without that.
So I was looking on the internet, and my notes app is acting shady. As soon as it gets to my segment, cool. Thanks, notes app. Adults should get the influenza vaccine each and every flu season. That's a very common immunization we get as adults. But also make sure that you are getting your follow-up to the Tdap vaccine. What's Tdap? Hold on, let's see. Tetanus.
Diphtheria.
Who? Say it again.
Diphtheria.
All right, that's why you're the nurse. And pertussis. Pertussis is whooping cough.
Yes.
But what's diphtheria?
Diphtheria is another not communicable, but it's like a highly infectious disease that people were getting and dying in like the late 1800s.
Okay.
We were able to vaccinate.
Bam! And you should also get your booster vaccine after you get the Tdap vaccine as a teenager every 10 years. And I was looking at that and I was like, I remember getting a vaccine when I was like 13 or 14. Because, of course, everything else like the MMR and the other thing, varicella. And the rotavirus. Mm-hmm. These vaccines, look, I don't even know. I'm like, what? I was exposed to this? The rotavirus is a very common virus among infants. And until the vaccine came around in like 2006, a lot of infants were dying of the diarrhea was aggressive.
Yeah, I mean a lot of infants and a lot of people were dying of these things that we're vaccinated against now.
Polio.
And now we have this culture of people saying, "Oh, vaccines are wrong. Vaccines are what's causing people to be autistic." I'm like, no, people have been autistic since the dawn of time. Mm-hmm. And people have been on the spectrum since the dawn of time. Do I trust the government 100%? No, because I remember the Tuskegee experiment.
Amen.
But do I want to take my chances against the goddamn viruses that are out here that might take people out in like weeks? No, I do not want to take my chances with that. So as a medical professional, I encourage people to get these vaccinations. Check with your doctor and figure out if there's vaccinations that you need versus vaccinations that you probably quote unquote should have. Have the ones that you need and the ones that you quote unquote should have. Do your own research and figure out whether it's the right ones for you or not. I think Gardasil is the one that most adults have not had yet, but need like yesterday because the exposure to HPV is extremely real.
The number one STI in the world.
One in two people will come in contact and or be infected by HPV.
Not just gay people.
Anybody. Again, it used to be, before it even had a name, kissing bug. So people would just be fucking kissing somebody and all of a sudden now they got yeah. So that's one that we can automatically off the top vaccinate against. The side effects are extremely low. There are extremely very few people in the population that have any adverse reactions to the vaccination other than not getting fucking HPV.
I thought you were talking about Tdap. Adults should also get other vaccines like hepatitis A, hepatitis B, and my notes say HPV, but you already went into that extensively. Depending on where you work and travel, your age, and of course other medical conditions that you have going on as you age. If you or a loved one have diabetes,
the sugar.
A lot of us have diabetes in our mid-30s. I find that one of my exes has diabetes, and I know he's on like, is he 30? One of my exes has diabetes, and it's very difficult to control your blood glucose levels if you are become diagnosed with meningitis, pneumonia, or bacteremia is it the bacteremia, a blood infection?
Yep. So if you become septic at any point, any
septic.
of these,
that means you're gonna die. What does this septic mean?
No, septic means like your organs and tissues are fighting against you as a person because it feels like you as a person are the disease.
You the disease, girl.
You're the virus, and it's fighting against you, and it's shutting down kidneys, it's shutting down liver, it's shutting down the pancreas at the same time because it feels like it's being attacked by you. And so when you come into those points where you are septic or about to become septic, of course,
the blood infection, bacteremia.
Yeah, of course, all these different things happen where it can be irreversible. You know, like you can fall into diabetes because your kidneys don't perform the same way that they used to before. So all this stuff is very, very, very preventable. Just go to your doctor and get your doctor's advice. And if anytime you get shaky about that advice, go get a second opinion. But you're never going to not do anything better for yourself by just being at home and saying, "Oh, well, I'm just looking up on WebMD."
Child.
Go to the
you got
doctor.
Cancer, you gonna die.
Black men in general, not even just gay men in general already have this phobia of being at the doctor. We can cure this phobia by just fucking going. Just go. If you get bad news, you have bad news, and you can fight the bad news early enough where it can be fought. You don't want to get the bad news where you got 2 weeks left to live and you just like shit.
But shout out to National Immunization Awareness Month, and there will be a link below where you can go to vaccinefinder.org to if you feel like you need another vaccine, and there will also be a link where you can go to look at some of the hashtag fast facts about other immunizations for 2018.
Absolutely. Please check that out. Jennifer Lopez is supposed to be getting the Vanguard Award.
We're supposed to be going to sexual health. Let's just move on to that because that's going to come back up later. Sexual health.
And I mean, I guess. I'll just say that to that. This week in sexual health, I wanted to address...
And you just brought it up. I just got mad because I was like saving my energy to get mad. But I'm mad right now. But sexual health. I like sexual health.
This week in sexual health, we're going to talk about rimming.
What's that?
Rimming is, yeah.
I know what rimming is. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I know.
I figured you would.
One of my favorite pastimes.
Oh, you like to rim now?
Oh, I like to receive.
Oh, okay.
It's better what is
that's
it?
not even it. That's not even the Christmas thing.
It's better to receive, yes.
Than to give.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
That's not
it's
Christmas. Yeah, literally back. It's a back door.
Forgive me for I have sinned.
Rimming is when someone is eating your figgy pudding, your salad, your groceries, your pussy, as we've said in
I like to call it my cotton candy.
All of those
That's
things.
my personal preference.
That is rimming. And so I thought that it was current candy. Because this year and very recently we have seen a lot of heterosexual men coming out and saying that they were down with being rimmed. They were down with somebody eating their groceries. They were down with somebody munching their patch.
Oh, wow.
And I'm so excited for that movement because...
I'm excited as well.
Thank you, Tank. I just, I got a visual. But I want to talk about in sexual health why it feels so good for anyone. Not just straight men, not gay men, but women, lesbians.
And Beyonce.
We don't know that about her.
We would love Beyonce to receive this blessing as well. Because if it's a blessing upon me... Amen. First book, Genesis. I know Beyonce is receiving a blessing.
We don't know because Jay-Z done fucked up a whole bunch of other shit. He should be doing that, but he should have also not been fucking other girls at the same time.
Beyonce. I'm not discounting none of my blessings.
Anyway, this act has caused a lot of straight men to throw their perceived masculinity to the wind and put them legs in the air. And get that salad tossed. And I'm here for it.
Amen.
They've let these women get in that hole. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to cover that the anal region is also an erogenous zone. A lot of people feel like erogenous zones typically are your nipples, maybe the back of your neck, your dick or your vagina if you have either, and maybe the insides of your thighs, and those are erogenous zones only. But erogenous zones could be anywhere where there's a network of nerve endings that causes this great feeling of pleasure and euphoria that you can get by just a touch, just a lick, maybe just rubbing the head on it a little bit. You can get all of that from doing that in these different zones, which makes them all erogenous zones with the anus included. The anal region, the anal cavity, has half the nerve endings of the whole pelvic region, and those are interconnected with the pelvic muscles, just like the vagina. Most of these nerve endings are concentrated around the opening. Let's say opening together. Opening. Opening.
Amen.
And just inside the rectum. So, if you can imagine the nerve endings that a vagina
Gift idea,
has.
Virgo season coming up. I've been looking at prostate massagers. I don't know if because first of all, I'm classy. I'm like, oh my gosh, $200. And I don't want to turn around and it be a $14.99 prostate massager that could get the job done. I've just been looking at.
That means you gotta try them all. Just like niggas.
About $200.
Buy the 14 one first, and know you don't like that one, and they be like, okay, I guess I'm gonna have to end this.
Alexa, shh. Siri trying to the iPad trying to shh.
But anyway, with all that saying,
okay,
the nerve endings that everyone has focused on for so many years about finding the quote unquote G spot of the vagina, like there are books, there are videos, there is fucking courses taught of finding the G spot in the vagina because it is so powerful in nerve endings that could be causing orgasms for women. The same amount of nerve endings are in the whole anal cavity from the inside to the outside of the anal region, which is why even straight men are willing to divorce themselves of this perceived masculinity because it feels so fucking good.
Woo! Jeez.
And so, the awakening of our straight men, our straight friends,
Amen,
is also helping us come to grips with why there are bottoms out here.
Amen.
Why there are verse men out here.
Amen. Woo! Verse men. Oh my God.
Because it feels good in the back and in the front. Okay. There are so many nerve endings.
Verse men are greedy. All right.
You sound tainted.
You look tainted with that face.
Thank you.
Move on.
And so again, this week in sexual health, be reminded of the nerve endings in your figgy pudding.
Amen. It's time for a song for our soul.
Absolutely. So this week we have a theme for the song.
It is so weird because we did not plan this in condolences with it. I'm like, what's the word? It's condolences at this point. I love Jennifer Lopez. First and foremost, no disrespect to Jennifer Lopez. She has a show in Vegas. I love the show. But I still want to see it. To Eddie Superman, I was like, let's do a Missy Elliott themed song for your soul. You know, it's been in the news. She was like, girl, I know it's been in the... She was like, I know it's been in the news, but I'm not receiving the Lifetime Achievement Award, the Video Vanguard Award at the VMAs. But I appreciate all your support. And I was like, you know, let's show some love to her. Then today the announcement came out of who it was. All right.
So I'm not even going to give that other girl that much. I'm just going to say, I guess. Because I can really only think of 2 Jennifer Lopez videos that I would be like, I guess that was iconic for the time. You know, I can like really remember that. The number of Missy Elliott videos that I'm going to remember for the life of me, probably 20.
Amen.
Probably 20. So I'm not even going to go into the back and forth of that. I'm just going to tell you what the song for my soul this week, and you know that is definitely Missy the Misdemeanor motherfucking Elliott.
Oh, by her original name.
Yes.
Her birth name. Her given
her
name.
Birth name is Melissa, but we'll go.
Oh, look, quit trying to be call that girl's government. Is this rude?
Her government out
Missy Misdemeanor Elliott.
This song is the original Are You My Man song. And if you don't know anything about this podcast, you know that one of our sayings is, Are you my man?
My man. Why are you
If you're not my man, you're asking too much. You're trying to do too much. What are you doing over here? You're not my man. stay in your place, sir or ma'am.
Gender fluidity.
Absolutely. Talk is talk. Talk is cheap. Tell it to her/him. Don't say it to me. Because I know I'm in control. See, tricks are for kids. And boo, I'm too old. Go ahead with your games. Don't ever come back to me again. Where you go, remember me. I'm the best thing in history. Why you all in my grill? Why? Why are you all in my grill? Can you pay my bills? Can you pay my bills? Let me know if you will. Let me know, boy. Because a chick gotta live.
Yes, I do.
1999's All in My Grill is one of my all-time favorite Missy Elliott songs, and it is still resonating 19 years later. Because why the fuck are you in my goddamn face about nothing? If you're not trying to buy these drinks, you're not trying to pay these bills, you're not trying to take me nowhere, sister, get on my face.
Geico, The General, State Farm. These girls with their coins, okay?
They do. And if I'm paying it all by myself, you can get the fuck out of my goddamn face. You don't need to be in my face if I'm paying it all by myself. I need to be by myself because I'm paying it by myself.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
I know Bottoms have to ask, can I have one now? Oh my God. Missy Elliott, Sock It To Me, from her debut album, featuring the Brat, was released in summer 97.
I almost picked that one.
97. So, like the album came out in July, and Sock It To Me was picked as the second single after the original. So, it was like head knocking bass, and she's like, she's singing and rapping.
Sock it to me like you want to. Ooh,
hey.
I can take it like a pro. I
can take it like a pro. So
come on with the backstrokes.
So Missy was talking about it's like a summer bop. And I live for a good bop, sit for a good beat. We're going to do things fun. And so she was talking about going over Trey House and get her needs met. and
you better sock it to me while I'm over here. Shit.
And
gas ain't cheap.
Summer 97. Brat was still relevant. And Brat was like the twister of that time. She gave very twister with her verse. So shout out to Missy Elliott, Sock It To Me. And plus the video, I feel the song was already great, but the video took it to the next level, which is Missy Elliott. So
the whole reason why she should be the current recipient of the Vanguard, the Michael Jackson Vanguard Award for music videos.
Yes. Amen.
Because, girl,
Sock It To Me is still a summer anthem in 2018 because I would like to put that on my summer playlist right now and have y'all mad when I'm with your husbands.
Wow. Per usual.
I ain't sorry.
So this week, we have gotten to Here For It.
We have got to our listener letters.
Oh, we have a listener letter. Great.
Send us your questions and comments to Here For It. I messaged Trey. Trey just said, I said, Trey, why you text me back? Trey said, I'm working. So, get off work. I'm a bottom. I need attention. Listener letters. Send us your questions and comments to hereforitpod@gmail.com or to any inbox where you can find us on social media. World Citizen via Instagram asks, LGBT communities in other countries have different sexual habits, often more permissive than ours. How do you know what's safe and what's not? How do you find out? And how do you find where the action is, etc.? And I feel like that's more of a question for you than me. Cause
what country is he writing from?
He has like a travel blog. And he does a lot, like Greece, something that started with an S. He was somewhere that started with an S. He does World Citizen. When he says World Citizen, he's always again.
Sir, let me put in an application because I need an application. Two, for me, like when I go somewhere that I'm not quite sure if it's LGBT friendly or not.
Do they do pills here? Do they do powder here? Is weed good here?
You'll find that out real quick.
Is it sniff with the VHS cleaner, or what are we doing? How's the things going? I don't know.
But Jacked and Grindr is my resource because you're never gonna get information like that from just the regular internet. You have to get it from locals. And so you have to get information like that from locals and saying, I don't know if it's cool to like meet out front of the hotel, or should we just meet inside someplace? Because if we meet out front of the hotel, they might follow us back to our room and we get robbed, beat up, and all of that shit. So you have to ask the locals. You have to talk to the locals if you don't know nobody there. And so that's what's always, I felt like, kept me safe, that kept me vigilant in my travels, is I will get on Grindr and I will get on Jacked and I will talk to the locals and say, hey, is there any place safe for us to go? Is there a bar or a club for us to go to? Or is there a resort around here? You can do your research before you get there. But a lot of times, even like on Gay Cities, some of that is outdated. Gay Cities is like one of those websites where you can find out where the gay friendly and gay safe places are. But sometimes it's really outdated, and you can really find out stuff when you talk to the locals directly. And I mean, they're happy that people new are coming to the area, and they give you the information when they can. So I encourage people, even if you dating in a relationship, not typically on those apps, get on it for a minute and talk to somebody local, get the tea, and then go out.
I don't really have an answer because I'm not as well traveled as at the Superman, so I hope that his advice is correct, because child, I will be texting him. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Oh my God, it's the locals. Okay, well, I'm gonna message like 4 people and see.
Yeah, message like 10 because everybody ain't gonna reply back.
Wow, that's a lot. Okay.
No, yeah, you gotta message like 10 because everybody ain't gonna reply back, and you need these answers like rickety tick.
Yeah. What are you here for this week?
Again, for like the 7th or 8th week straight in a row now.
Oh, cool.
I am here for something.
Hey man, you're here for Beyonce at Philly, slaying with their ponytail.
I am here for that, but that's not what I'm fully here for.
Oh.
I am here for Beyonce and Rihanna taking ownership of Vogue for September of this year.
That was August for the Rihanna cover, by the way.
Well, she said it was September. That's what she put on her Insta.
Oh, well, let me go look at Rihanna's Insta. Okay. They released the cover. What is about to be August? So in August. Okay. Well, I stand corrected. Okay.
So not only is she covering British Vogue for September 2018, Beyonce is taking over regular Vogue.
Hey, American Vogue
has a black photographer for the first time in 126 years.
Shame.
Do the photograph for this very highly coveted
September issue of British Vogue.
Yeah.
British Vogue is more important than American Vogue.
Okay, we'll go with that. But either way,
Rihanna covers the September issue of British Vogue. Wow. I really didn't receive this the way that I thought that I should receive. I'm receiving it the way that... Wow.
Yeah, I'm absolutely here for it. So September, the queens have come to... they have decided it's a new Black History Month. September is a new Black History Month. Beyonce has said, give me the reins of American Vogue. Rihanna said, give me the reins of British Vogue. And we're going to do whatever the fuck we want with it.
Wow, wearing Fenty Beauty.
Yeah. And releasing the pictures on Instagram before you can even buy the shit. So now she gave it to us for free. And we still going to have to buy it come September. I'm here for it. That's what bosses do.
My wig.
That's what bosses do. So
I did not receive this the way that I was supposed to. I thought this was like the August issue.
No.
The September issue is very, very different.
And I, in my conspiracy theory heart, feel like they text message each other about this shit. There is no way that of all the months that Beyonce can take over American Vogue and all the months that Rihanna can take over British Vogue, that they both happen to be taking over Vogue at the same goddamn time. The same goddamn time? They text each other about this, and I'm absolutely here for it. Have a conspiracy to get these hoes together and get this white money.
Wow. I didn't receive the message, so wait. And shout out to Beyonce, the first September issue at one. No, not just the September issue. Vogue,
it's the 126
Beyonce
years.
And Vogue, American Vogue has been around 126.
And Anna Wintour has not given up the reins to it ever. She has always been on top of it, and she said, "You know what, Beyonce, you got it."
That's why I have the job, because I'm Anna Wintour, and this is the most important issue of the franchise, my brand. So.
And I don't even have to do it. I can just, Beyonce, you can do it. You're probably going to do it better than me. So you do it.
Okay. Well, I'm about to go through it. I have 3 or 4 things. I don't even know how many things I got. The first one is okay. So I know DC Metro has those people that on the train a couple of years ago, so they've got to get those things in order. Definitely, and like where the open stations are, like Fort Totten and just. Where's Rhode Island Road? I really like the Rhode Island. I like the things that are available to me at a Rhode Island Road, but that station like an out in the open station, and they got to make the treks better because, of course, over the years, rain, snow, heat, like those stations have had to take a lot of punishment for what they did to Candy. But right now, Rhode Island Road is a really popular station. I think they close between like Noma, Gilead, and Fort Totten here in DC. And we know that we need these improvements to our metro stations. And it's probably federally regulated because those people died on their red line train a couple years ago. But being in that right now is not, I'm not here for it because I have a friend who lives at Rhode Island Road and I would like to go over there this weekend and get in the pool, no shade. In the pool, and I can't get back to his house until like after September 15th. And so.
The ghetto.
I just know that it's needed improvements to the DC Metro train, but I'm still not here for it because like I have to endure this. So, what's the saying? You endure for us a night, but something comes in the summer or in the morning. I don't know. I'm not even spiritual like that. I'm pretending. As we
okay,
see.
That sounds like a proverb. Okay,
but listen
a lot
to this.
of shocked gasps in the newsroom today.
Oh, and the video paused.
Confrontation.
A man is followed home by.
Oh, so in the Facebook video, a man in Columbus, Ohio was followed home by this man that worked at a heating, cooling, and refrigeration company, Charles Levitt, on this past, about a week ago, on Tuesday.
About a week ago.
Charles Levitt was like, hey, did you really just follow me home? And he parked in his driveway, and this white man in this, I want to say a plumbing truck. It's not a plumbing truck. What do you call it? Whatever,
truck.
This refrigeration company or whatever, this air conditioner company, was at the end of his driveway saying, I just wanted to personally tell you what kind of nigger you are for cutting me off. And, what's his name? Charles Levitt has said, hey, I was in the turning lane and turned left. You were not in the turning lane and you also turned left. So I didn't cut you off, Mr. White Man. And he was like, I cannot believe that you feel so privileged. Sir, you're like a 40-year-old white man with your own coolant, refrigeration, air conditioner company. And I have to make sure that I get in the turning lane. Because if I didn't get in the turning lane and turn left, I could possibly die for not getting in the turn lane to turn left. But you being privileged in your company truck was not in the turn lane, turn left, and you feel like I cut you off. So you followed me home. I have literally parked my car in my driveway. So Uriah's heating, coolant, and refrigeration company, after Charles posted his video on Facebook, the Yelp reviews for Uriah have gone deep south, past Tennessee, past Florida, girl, past the equator. My life is ruined. I lost all my contracts. I thought the bitch was white. Uriah thought the bitch was white, okay? So shout out to Charles Levitt for doing his thing, getting vigilante justice in Ohio. And I wish I could play more of him talking, because him talking is where the beauty of the video is. Because y'all always make fun of my southern accent. Ooh! He getting out the car.
Is there a reason why you just followed me to my house? You did just follow me to my house.
Do you hear how southern he sound?
Okay,
he sound country.
You said what?
I want to let you know what a nigger you are.
You want to let me know how much of a nigger I am?
Yeah, I want to let you personally know how much of a nigger you
and
are.
So I'm a nigger because
because
you don't follow signs.
Because you're rude.
I'm rude because you don't know how to read signs. You turned in my life. That's fine.
That's right.
So I'm a nigger because you can read street signs, right?
That's not it at all.
So why am I a nigga?
Cut me off.
I didn't cut you off. It's 2 lanes. If you look, the lane you were in.
Okay, I won't play too much, but I love how country Charles sounds because y'all make fun of me. But when I was like, that is my Bristol. So shout out to Charles. The third thing, come in the series. Last thing. Shout out to former Ohio Senator Nina Turner, who was on CNN panel this week reading the Trump campaign for demonizing immigrants from her southern border. Some whitefish named Mary Catherine Ham was on there. When Nina was on there, she was like, well, I do look forward to the midterm elections when and hearing your midterm pitch that America specializes in vilifying black and brown people. And Auntie Nina was not having it. Do you hear me? She had looked to her left. It was some fat white man over there. She read him. She read Miss Ham. She like, girl, in 1919, it will be 400 years, the anniversary of when the first slaves were brought up here to America. I'm not just making up that America specializes in demonizing black and brown people. This shit, I'm gonna cry right now. And then she read that bitch from sea to shining sea. And then Mr. Fat White Man to her left had clocked in. And she was like, oh, so you think that the black men are not being killed at higher rates in their police interactions? She said, oh, don't make me. And I could just tell she was so tired of supporting her thesis. She had served you 1 point, 2 point, 3 point. She had 4, 6, 8 points to support her thesis. America specializes in demonizing black and brown people. And Auntie Nina Turner on the CNN panel had all the time, but Jake Tapper had to go to commercial. And that's what y'all better be grateful for, because Auntie Nina was not here for it, and I'm not either.
Former state senator Nina Turner.
Not here for it. Do you fucking hear me? Oh, but shout out to my Bristol. She was like, sir, why did you follow? I've parked my car in my driveway. Why are you down here at the end? I just wanted to personally let you know how much of a nigger you are.
Wow.
Go away from me with this.
Well, again, like we said at the top of our episode, make sure you check out our sponsors, romperjack.com. Get you something cute. You can put your little cakes in, put your penis in.
Prices start at $39.99.
And you can get it right now when you include the promo code Here For It.
Yeah. Here For It. romperjack.com.
Thank you guys. And we will go to our last call this week. So again, if you are new to listening to us, we take our last call. We will be taking a shot. If you have alcohol available, please pour yourself a shot. It's been a long day.
The sunny water, a little shot of your coffee. People listen to us at work, so I'm scared.
People drink whiskey at work too. So pour yourself a shot, and we will be doing our last calls. This week, my last call is to LeBron James. LeBron James has opened the I Promise Academy in his hometown in Ohio upon his exit to go to LA. And so a lot of the Ohio girls are really pressed that, how dare you leave the Cleveland Cavaliers?
I left the legacy, though.
He did. He left a legacy. He left a championship. So, I mean, they really wanted him to stay with no help and just hope that he was going to make it the next time all on his own by himself again.
That's so sweet.
Yeah. So what did he do? He took a $134 million deal and said, I'll go to LA. Thank you very much. And I absolutely understand that. And what I absolutely appreciate the most is what he's doing with his money and what he's doing with his figure and what he's doing with his platform is giving back to the community that he came out of himself. And so the I Promise Academy is right in the neighborhood that he grew up in himself, where there was a lot of disadvantaged and impoverished black children.
Amen.
And so these children have now been given a full free tuition to go to I Promise Academy, free transportation to go and get back from I Promise Academy, and
within 2 miles,
and free aftercare as well. So again, this can't be possible without someone being extremely generous and giving back to the community.
And receiving generous amounts on their paycheck. So while y'all complaining, then they be like, I understand. He got bills.
Yeah. So it's my last call this week because, again, a lot of people have been vilifying him forever probably, but you can't vilify somebody that is going right back to their hometown and making something where people can grow out of the situation that they're in. And I absolutely admire it. So I'm here for it. It's my last call.
Gilead, thank you so much for increasing your annual assistance for the Truvada program with the medical assistance from $4,800 to $7,200. Starting September 1st, if you are on their medical assistance program with Gilead, your total will be increased from $4,800 to $7,200, and you won't have to reapply for the program. They increased it July of this last month from 6 months to 1 year. So Gilead, thank you so much. I know it's a struggle for y'all. Moving forward, increasing your balances when the kids need to recertify. Truvada is an amazing gay vitamin, as you said on your YouTube video.
Yes,
you
definitely
called it a gay vitamin. And we all, definitely, Americans, Australians, people that live in Ireland, Nova Scotia. I want to go vacation in Nova Scotia. Let's go over there. Is it cold?
Sometimes. Sometimes.
Shout out to Whitney. But I need to watch that Whitney Houston documentary that just came out. But thank you, Truvada and Gilead, for increasing your balances on how much you will give us and how often we need to recertify. Because, like, look, if I was poor 6 months ago, I'm gonna be poor. I'm gonna be poor today. Thank you. The metro is closed in DC. I had to take Uber. I woke up late for work. Uber that is usually $10 was $25 because those metro stations are closed. I know that was my here for it, and I said I was not here for it. But imagine paying like $6, $7, $8, $10 when it's a peak hour, and then all of a sudden Uber be like, "Hey, it's gonna be $18." So you like, okay, well I'm gonna wait like 30 minutes because I'm salary. I don't have to be there by a certain time. I'm just wait 30 minutes. Hey, your Uber gonna be $23. I'm like, so does it get better? Does it get...
No, ma'am. You might want to get your ass in the goddamn car and get to
Just
work.
go on get in the Uber now because it don't get better. But WTF, Washington Metro Area Transit Association. That is this week's episode of Here For It Podcast. I'm about to cry.
Thank you guys so much for your passionate listenership. We really appreciate it.
Who's passionate? Are you passionate or am I passionate?
Our listeners are passionate, and that's the most important part. We appreciate your listenership. We appreciate you subscribing. If you have not subscribed, because I know some of you hoes out there listening and ain't subscribed yet,
shady ladies,
please subscribe so that we know that you're following us, and so that you will be abreast when our new topics, new shows, new things come up, because you never know. It may not be Wednesday, it might be Tuesday, it might be Friday. You never know when the fuck we're gonna do something. And you can be subscribed right now. That way you will know.
Hashtag Team Talking Fast. Definitely follow us on social media because we upload things on different platforms. So
absolutely.
Twitter,
and
Instagram, Facebook, and Here For It Pod.
And please check out our Patreon where we have bonus content that is not aired to the public. Only our Patreon subscribers get to hear us say certain things, and we say
to do a bonus
certain
video.
things.
We need to do another video.
We say certain things, we do certain things, we show certain things on Patreon that everyone does not get to see.
Oh my God.
So make sure that you go over and check out our Patreon at Here For It Pod. And we will see you guys next week.
My name is Ronald Matters. Follow me on the internet at Ronald Matters.
I am the Superman, TheeSupaman, and you can follow me at the Goodwill.
Oh, and the Salvation Army, like on Pose. We stole the look.
I'm mopping shit.
Ow. Bye.
Bye.